What's up everyone and welcome back to the UFC News Hub. Today let's get started with Charles Oliveira calls out Islam Makhachev for International Fight Week. Charles Oliveira is not backing down. While the MMA world continues to debate the next opponent for Islam Makhachev, with many speculating that Ilia Topuria could be in line for a shot, Oliveira is making it clear he wants his rematch and he wants it at International Fight Week. Ever since Topuria vacated the featherweight belt, fans and analysts alike have been wondering if and when he would face Makhachev. Despite Islam's lack of enthusiasm about fighting another featherweight after already defeating Alexander Volkanovski twice, the discussion around that matchup persists. However, Oliveira is on a mission. He believes a fight between Makhachev and Topuria wouldn't generate the kind of buzz that his rematch would. Recently, Oliveira took to social media to issue a direct challenge to the lightweight champion. Hey everyone, good morning, afternoon, or evening. In the UFC and MMA, many guys are talking too much about history. I can speak on this. I've been here for 15 years. Most bonuses, most finishes, record breaker, that's me. Got it? I want to fight on International Fight Week against Makhachev. Dana, Sean, Shelby, Hunter, make it happen. I really want this fight. I'm after that belt. I want to be champ again. I'm ready to write history one more time. UFC, let's make this happen. This is the fight everyone wants to see. I'm ready. Islam's talking big about wanting this fight, so it'll be a war for sure. Is this the fight you want? It's the fight you'll get. Just give me a call, said Oliveira. It's a bold statement from the former lightweight champion, who still believes he is the biggest challenge for Makhachev. While many fans would love to see a fresh matchup between Islam and Topuria, Oliveira's insistence on a rematch brings another layer of intrigue. His first fight with Makhachev ended in a submission loss, but Oliveira has been vocal about wanting to prove that he can do better the second time around. However, Ilia Topuria wasn't about to let Oliveira's comments go unanswered. The newly crowned featherweight champion fired back with a brutal response, reminding everyone why he considers himself the biggest threat in the UFC. Before we continue, subscribe and click the bell icon to help support the channel. Charles, it's better if you stay quiet. You have 10 losses, 5 by knockout, 4 by submission, and 1 by decision. You are the contender while I am the champion, the father of the entire division. I haven't come here to ask for anything. Here, I am the one in charge, said Topuria. With both Oliveira and Topuria pushing for a fight with Makhachev, the UFC is in an interesting position. Will they give Oliveira the rematch he craves, or will they ride the momentum of Topuria's star power and set up a blockbuster fight with the Georgian-Spanish standout? And if Oliveira doesn't get the fight, could someone like Justin Gaethje leapfrog him for the next shot at the belt? One thing is clear, Charles Oliveira is not done chasing gold. Whether or not the UFC grants him his wish, his determination and willingness to fight anyone at any time continue to make him one of the most exciting fighters in the lightweight division. Now, all eyes are on the UFC to see what they decide. Joe Rogan reveals sad news on Alex Pereira injury during UFC 313. During a live stream of UFC London, Rogan revealed that Pereira fought Magomed Ankalaev while dealing with not just one, but 2 major setbacks. He had a broken hand and was battling a virus. That's right, one of the most feared strikers in UFC history stepped into the octagon already compromised. He fought with a broken hand and norovirus against Ankalaev. He fought with a broken toe before when he beat Yuri Prochazka. He had a messed up knee. Remember when he tumbled at the end of the fight? That's because his knee wouldn't support him. He was basically fighting on one leg in the first fight. Then he gets surgery. I guess it's probably meniscus because he came back pretty quick. But he's another one. He's too active. But he's smart too, because he's 36, 37. He's like, I gotta go, man. I gotta make as much money as possible. And he's done that. He's become an all-time great in, 3 years, which is crazy, said Joe Rogan. That revelation puts Pereira's performance at UFC 313 in a whole new light. In the second round, he got rocked, and after that, he just wasn't the same. His defense tightened up, his aggression slowed, and he seemed to stray from the original game plan, spending more time with his back against the cage. Now we know why. Fighting a dangerous opponent like Ankalaev is already a tough challenge, but doing it with a broken hand and while being sick, that's on another level. Despite all of this, Pereira still managed to make it a competitive fight, and now it looks like the rematch is already in the works. According to Rogan, the UFC is planning to run it back later this year, giving Pereira a chance to prove what he can do at full strength. If he can come in healthy, it could be a completely different fight. So what do you think? Does this new information change how you view Pereira's his performance? And with both fighters agreeing to go at it again, who do you think takes the rematch? One thing is for sure, if Pereira is fully recovered, we might see an entirely different outcome the next time these two warriors meet. Ilia Topuria is scared of Alex Volkanovski rematch. Ilia Topuria is facing some serious accusations, mainly that he's running from a rematch with Alexander Volkanovski. And who's leading the charge with this claim? None other than Paddy Pimblett. The outspoken Brit has argued that Topuria's move to lightweight is a calculated way to avoid facing Volk again. According to Pimblett, Topuria got lucky in their first fight, capitalizing on the fact that Volkanovski was still recovering from a brutal knockout loss to Islam Makhachev. In his eyes, Topuria knows this, which is why he's choosing to move up rather than defend his belt against the man he just dethroned. But does Volkanovski himself believe that? Not quite. During a recent interview with Sportsnet's Aaron Bronstetter, Volk was asked to weigh in on Pimblett's theory, and he didn't see it that way. I don't think so. He obviously wants to chase the lightweight title, and he's been vocal about that. I think he wanted to hang on to both belts. I don't think that was going to be the case. So the fact that he's committed to moving up and vacating, I mean, the UFC will let him have that chance. I don't know, but I think they will. I think he's just trying to chase greatness, so I can't knock him for that. Hopefully, we can just make it happen further down the track. The rematch, me as the defending champion, and if he is the champion or whatever it is while I'm the champ, have the rematch then, said Volkanovski. It's true that Topuria has talked about moving up to lightweight for quite some time, but if he's really so confident, does he see a fight with Makhachev as an easier path to success than a rematch with Volkanovski? That's the big question. On paper, Makhachev's size, grappling, and pressure pose an entirely different set of challenges than Volk's speed, durability, and striking precision. If Topuria really feared a second fight with Volkanovski, why would he go after an opponent like Makhachev, who many considered to be the most dominant lightweight on the planet? Regardless of what Topuria's real motives are, Volkanovski isn't waiting around. The former champ will have the chance to reclaim the featherweight title at UFC 314 on April 12th when he takes on Diego Lopes. If Volk wins, a rematch with Topuria could still be on the horizon, whether at 145 or 155 pounds. So what do you think? Is Topuria truly running from a rematch, or is he just chasing history like he says? One thing is certain, Volkanovski isn't done yet, and he may get his shot at revenge sooner than we think. Alright, fight fans, if you love staying ahead with the latest UFC news, don't just watch, be in the know, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking story, fight announcement, or heated call out. We drop daily UFC content, so stay locked in and be the first to know what's really happening in the fight world. Subscribe to UFC News Hub now.